I know it's rough on you personally. How are you processing this? The things that really matter in your life are within 15 feet of you. And those are the things that you should lean into. And those are the things that Charlie leaned into too. He loved getting out there on the road and going to college campuses. He loved coming on camera. He loved debating with people. He loved coming on our show and doing his show.
I mean, we're devastated, Megan. I'm in Northwest Ohio. I was traveling from my home in Columbus when we heard the news, but
to my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a...
We lost an incredible American today, a dear friend of mine.
Vinny comes, gives me the hand signal. I said, what do you mean? He says, it's done. Then Kelly comes to the front. She's the runner for me, telling me everything that I need to do. And she says, he's dead.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth.
We lost an incredible American today, a dear friend of mine. If you knew him, you love him. His name is Charlie Kirk. Taken by an assassin's bullet, unfathomable. The only assurance I can take is that I know he is with his Lord and Savior right now. He has heard the words, well done, good and faithful servant.
At this point, you've seen the news. Charlie Kirk, 31 years old, was shot. And report was made a few minutes ago that he is dead at the age of 31 years old. When this announcement was made, I'm right now at a conference of ours with thousands of people out there from 60 plus countries. Tony Robbins is on stage for the last 3 hours. I'm backstage. I get word he got shot. It's me, Vinny, Tom, the crew. We're sitting in the back. Family's there. Dylan's there. And, we're seeing the reports of, he's critical condition, but he's got a pulse. They got him. It's going to be fine. And then I hit the stage, and when I'm going on the stage, Kelly gives me the mic. Security gets me on the stage. I shake hands with Tony. We make our announcement. Tony heads back. The song Tony's playing at the time is a song played in Gladiator. If you know the song, you know which one I'm talking about. And Gladiator is a movie I've seen God knows how many times from 43 minutes on, because this is a man, this is a very emotional movie when you see that, he wants to seek his vengeance, or he wants to get justice, or he wants to go out there and be able to get what he wanted to get for what they did to his family. I'm on stage. Vinny comes to the left while I'm on stage just to call Tom up to come and pray for Charlie to recover and heal. Vinny comes, gives me the hand signal. I said, what do you mean? He says, it's done. Then Kelly comes to the front. She's the runner for me, telling me everything that I need to do. And she says, he's dead.
It was more than 2 weeks ago. It was August 6th. And at that point, he had just a little over a month left to live when we played that on my show, and we laughed about it together. None of us knows how long we have. You lose friends, you lose family. It happens in slow, gradual ways, and it can happen suddenly and in horrific ways. And I always come back to the same place, and you guys have heard me say it, the things that really matter in your life are within 15 feet of you. And those are the things that you should lean into, and those are the things that Charlie leaned into too. He loved getting out there on the road and going to college campuses. He loved coming on camera. He loved debating with people. He loved coming on our show and doing his show and doing the Turning Point events, which are so special and so influential and important. But he loved his family more than anything. He loved God. And that's what we should need to do. That's all we should do tonight. Lower your flag to half staff. Doug just texted me, ours is down already. And hug your children and hug your spouse. And go to church this weekend or temple or synagogue or mosque, whatever you do. Say a prayer for everyone who's suffering because of Charlie's death, especially his family. And then we must move forward with priorities in place, with love front and center in our lives and connection and not too much time away from those who matter to us, right? Like have the family dinner, move things around to make it happen. Don't prioritize only your work. Make sure that valve gets some liquid in it, fill up all of these valves and then move forward. You can't live in fear. He wouldn't have wanted that. He certainly didn't do that. You can't allow yourself to be consumed by anger. As Father Mike Schmidt said, anger is appropriate and we will feel it and it is righteous anger. But you can't stay mired in it for too long or you cannot function. I said to my daughter, I've said to my daughter, who's of course, very empathetic because she's a teenage girl, when other things happen, don't take on every upset as your own. Don't take on every tragedy that you see in the news or around you as if it's personal, because it'll break your heart. I know it's rough on you personally. How are you processing this?
I mean, we're devastated, Megan. I'm in Northwest Ohio. I was traveling from my home in Columbus when we heard the news, but we are devastated. Just got off the phone with my wife. I was with Charlie here just 2 weeks ago here in Ohio. It actually wasn't something, broadly broadcasted, but we had some one-on-one time together, had a real heart-to-heart conversation when he was here. And even 2 days ago, was talking to him like I'm talking to you now. Spent a good part of the last year together, traveling the country, doing actually events like the one he was doing today. Intense, on college campuses. And it makes you think about what did he do that was so wrong that earned him this fate. It was to foster open conversations with young people who were hungry to figure out what they believed. And that's what he did. And I think more than anybody else I know, I really mean it when I say this, I think more than anybody else I know, he was committed to talking to people who disagreed with him.